What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets Radio. The Monday morning after a Jets win over the Browns. They have now won 2 in a row. They have the number 2 pick in the draft. For those of you that want to root for a win next Sunday, you can. The Jets can beat the Patriots. They cannot hurt their chances. Number 2 pick is said and done and complete. And that is what it is. So we want to thank everybody that has joined us on these live streams and our call-in show. A lot of this is new to us. We never did live streams before. We're very new to YouTube in terms of interacting with comments and super chats and all this shit. So we appreciate all the feedback, all the support. If you have ideas or anything, the suggestions, leave us the comments. You can email us, talkjetsradio@gmail.com. We definitely appreciate it. So quick thoughts on this. I mean, I get a lot of feedback that I'm super negative. I just had different hopes for this team. I embraced losing. I was hoping 0-16. I was hoping Trevor Lawrence. It didn't happen. And the bigger point was the number 1 pick helps you get the coach. And my point was this, is right now, as a coach that wants to take over an NFL team, would you rather have Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Deshaun Watson, or Sam Darnold? Of those 4, where does Sam Darnold rank? To me, it's 4th. Or would you rather have those 3, Lawrence, Herbert, Watson, or Zach Wilson, or Justin Fields? To me, in terms of open jobs, the Jets job is not that enticing. It's other jobs now, because the other jobs already have the quarterback. The quarterback is the most important position on the field, so that's a big challenge for me. It's just a problem. The other problem I have is number 2 pick. Right now, when you say number 1 pick in the draft, who is it? Trevor Lawrence, done. Not even an issue whatsoever. Who's number 2 pick? Is it Sewell? Is it Fields? Is it Wilson? There's no consensus. That means there's more pressure on this front office to get it right. The front office has never done this before. Number 2 pick. Joe Douglas is very new at all this. So to me, it's all the questions with no answers, all the uncertainty. My admitted lack of faith in your organization, starting with ownership. Because say Woody Johnson comes back, does he want to make some power play and overpower what Joe Douglas wants to do, which he's done in the past when he brought in Tebow, brought in Favre, all this stuff. The Jets at this state, they are at rock bottom. They are the worst team in the NFL. I mean, they are. And now it's like Woody Johnson is about headlines. He always wants to sell tickets, which right now, if you bring in, say you bring in a first-time coordinator like Martindale and Sam Darnold, you bring Sam Darnold back, can you sell tickets? As a Jets fan, will you honestly say, I want to buy season tickets? Probably not. You're not going to actively go out and buy them. You may go game to game, but you're not going to say, you know what, I want to go watch a Martindale coach team with Sam Darnold. You're not buying those tickets. Not season tickets, at least. So will Woody Johnson, when it comes to the Johnsons, it comes down to dollar and cents. They have no common sense, but dollars and cents. Will they start making splash moves? Will they start overriding Joe Douglas? What will be the power play? Or will they finally say, you know what, Joe Douglas, let the football guys make football decisions, which would be good, but then they got to make those decisions, and they got a lot to make. The whole Darnold thing is fascinating. Now, no matter what happens with Sam Darnold, you want him to get through Sunday healthy, get through the Patriots game healthy. That's the most important thing. Because maybe, possibly, if you're looking to trade him, he's kind of built up some more trade value. I'm not sure what, because he hasn't played all that great, but that's how low our standard is for him at this point. So you want him to get through the game healthy. Then you got to figure out, can we save him? Is Sam Darnold going into year 4 and playing for a contract a better option than Wilson or Fields or whatever flavor of the day? I mean, the quarterback decisions can be so tough for Joe Douglas. So many factors in terms of finances, in terms of resources. That's going to be grueling. And honestly, I don't have any faith in it. I don't have any faith in them. I don't have a lot of belief in Darnold. I don't know. I think he's damaged and needs a change of scenery. So my frustration is all the uncertainty and my lack of faith in the organization over years of being a disappointed and just battered fan. Because the Jets have always seemed to find ways to do things wrong. See, ruining the tank. So for me, I'm glad this season has been exhausting. It's been painful. It's been miserable. We embraced losing, and we didn't get the reward we wanted, which is even worse. So now you go into, they've won 2 games in a row against 2 teams that were just not, it is what it is. So the whole thing now, when will the Jets fire Gase? Well, my belief is if they would have lost against the Rams, they probably would have fired him. If they lost this week, they would have fired him. They keep winning. So now you string it along one more week, and at the end of the next Patriot game, even if he wins 3 in a row, you still fire him because you can't ignore the 0-13 start. You can't ignore the fact where Sam Darnold is. You can't ignore all the worst offensive football. He was brought here for offense. The case against Adam Gase is enormous. So these two games were not only meaningless for the Jets, they're meaningless for Gase as well. Nothing changes. You fire him as soon as possible. Unfortunately, the Jets, with their incompetence, last week you could start interviewing head coaches. The Jets can't do that because they're vacant. There's no vacancy. So they are still, they're a week behind the rest of the NFL. This will be the second week behind the rest of the NFL. Like the defensive coordinator from the 49ers, if they were truly interested in him, they could be interviewing him this week. They could interview him last week. They can't do that. So this is the Jets. This is the organization. I mean, this is where we're at. So I guess my summary is, the Jets entered this season with a lot of questions. Coach, quarterback, offense, defense, all this. In my opinion, they're leaving this season with even more questions. And that drives me absolutely insane. So now there's an enormous amount of pressure on Joe Douglas. There's an enormous amount of pressure on the ownership to get this right and get this rebuild going in the right direction. Because right now, if you look at building blocks, there's not many. You have Quinnen, you have Becton, who, if he's playing hurt, should be taken off the field. Maybe Mims, who did nothing yesterday. And then you're not even sure. Do you bring Marcus May back? There's not a lot of legitimate building blocks. The draft class is relative unknown because they've all been hurt and they're playing in spot time. Guys like John Franklin Myers emerging is great. Bryce Hall showing flashes. Basham playing good. Harvey Lange. Those guys are pieces to the puzzle. But if you're looking at 22 starters, how many do you have on this team right now? It's 5, 6 maybe. That's not a lot that you feel really good about. I mean, the offensive line is still a big question mark. I mean, that was Joe Douglas's project, and that project was not exactly completed. I mean, so more questions than answers, a lot of uncertainty. It's going to be a long-ass offseason. The quarterback debates are going to make you, it's going to be painful. The hot takes about Darnold, the coaching, who comes here, who goes, who does this, who does that. We broadcast live year-round every Tuesday night on Block Talk. We'll do a lot of videos. I'm not sure how we're going to do the live streams, if we do every Monday or every Sunday. We will do the Clemson-Ohio State game. I don't want to do Alabama-Notre Dame because Notre Dame's going to get their asses kicked again. But that's it. So we appreciate the support. If you have feedback, you have comments, please do it. Again, thank you. Really, really thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, we're really new to this. Had no idea what to expect. And that's it. Have a good day. If I don't talk to you guys, Happy New Year's to you and your family. And go Jets, beat the Patriots, I guess, right?